Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to well, y'all already know. Tailgate time. Freaking Higgins! How's it going? Howdy, DDT. By the way, make sure y'all get the full effect here. And Paul! Goodness gracious, look at there. I am getting all the goodness of the YTPC today. Howdy and hello, y'all. Great to see y'all. Been a little bit of a tough day in Texas. Maybe y'all would know this one's still alive, that one's still alive. It's that one over there that's passed at 72 at home in Houston. Yeah, a little rough. It's all right. We're going to survive it. Howdy, Kathy and Steve. Or probably just Steve. He's probably out in his workshop. It's a little too early in the day to just quit. I'll see you, Steve. Very good to see you, by the way. I know, it almost sounds like Oseo. Oh, Monclaud Ganzam. Don't worry. It's not like I'm required reading. I don't take attendance. I will smoke a cigar. But hey, it's great to have you in, sir. Definitely good. And Steph, being that you are probably separated by many miles from Skip, I doubt that it is Skip also. But if Skip happens to be there, howdy Skip too. Or also, as the case may be. Oh, goodness. So, right now, I still don't have any specific knowledge on whether Mike at Briar Blues is going to be running his show or his chat, whatever. I don't know what happened. I don't have any clues about what happened. I will tell you that I miss him. Boris! Huva Ilta, Boris? Jamut. Skip will only be in El Paso by Saturday, but at least he's coming home. That is a good thing. It's a very good thing. And y'all know, if my Raiders fandom self is saying that somebody's safe return and they happen to be a Kansas City Chiefs fan, then they are either really a concern of mine or they are a really good friend of mine, and I'd like to say it's both, at least with Skip. But you know, oh yeah, listening to Zepp, any of the first four albums is that's like going back to classic rock royalty. Uh, you can definitely see all of the progression there. Jose Golf Piper, howdy sir, great to have you on board. But yeah, so as I was saying, you can see the progression of Led Zeppelin from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Uh, quite honestly, I thought 3 is the of all of their works. 3 was my favorite, and a lot of people say, "Oh no, you're gonna say 4 on that one because that's your number." No, no. 3 was definitely my favorite album. Now, don't get me wrong. There's really fantastic songs on every album. Yeah, but of course you have to kind of be into that kind of music. Let's not forget, somebody who is really more into country and western music, they're not really going to be all that into uh, the classic rock genre. But I will remind anybody who wants to look through this, and you don't have to take my word for it. Look through it for real, but look through it as a musician would. You're going to find good music on both sides of that fence. Heck, you're even going to find good music going all the way into hip hop and some of the rap stuff. But in my own opinion, once they started going in with the auto tune and everything run through a synthesizer, music has really taken a nosedive. Some things that you really just want it to be, well, they're not going to happen anymore. Oh, I'm getting a big package. Got to run to the mailbox real quick.
Look at you in honor of ZZ Top. All right, man. Have a good one.
Take care. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, when the package is too big to fit in the mailbox, I can either make the guy run all the way up here, or I can run out to him and get it. Yeah. Ganzam, I know your name is also Mike, but right below you is also Mike, and by the way, howdy Mike. There is nothing wrong with saying that you have a preference to 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you wanted to say Houses of the Holy, I mean, whatever you wanted to say there, it's not going to be bad. But Led Zeppelin, as it was really talented musically. Also, howdy Todd, great to have y'all in today. All right. Oh my God, it's Willie. Nashville, hello. And no, we will not be doing anything on the 35 unless, of course, Mike chooses to go live at, let's see, his time would, well, let's just say if he decided to go live at my time of 6:35, then, of course, we would go live at 6:35. But I'll leave all of that information the way you get it out there on your show is, well, you know. Wait. You're smoking a Blondie? Oh, man. I sort of almost feel bad for Cliff. Black market to you, sir. Actually, if I wanted to send something to Cliff on the down low so that it doesn't really matter, I would send it by my name from my actual address to a certain dentist's office that I found. Oh man, I am getting threatened greatly by Steph. She's gonna chucka at me. Steph, I'm not worried. You can like blondies all you want, ma'am. I don't mind. Oh, Cliff likes Cuba Cubas. All right. There's nothing wrong with Cuba Cubas. I've smoked them. And I will tell you, oh no, Cliff, I wouldn't get your ass killed. No. There's a way to do it, Cliff. I know how. Yeah, let's see if we can get that to zoom in there. That is an Alec Bradley Black Market Robusto. It also comes with this interesting as hell band that sticks all the way down from one wrapper all the way onto the foot. For me, it's just an easy average smoke. Nothing fantastic about it, but easy and enjoyable, and that's just one of those things. Oh, Steve's smoking a Fuentes. Could it be a curly head or a 585 or a Chateau Fuentes? There are a bunch of cigars in the Fuente lineup. And I'm going to be slightly truthful about my own preference of them. I like the lower end of their stuff better than the higher end. Look, don't get me wrong. Opus X is a great cigar. But I could drop down from the Opus X into the oh God, the name just popped out of my head, but it's Dawn something Reserve. Anyways, the Dawn something or other Reserve. half the price of an Opus X, and I think better flavor. But that's my opinion. Yes, Chateau Fuente. Actually, I am very familiar with the. Uh, oh yeah, the Alec Bradley lineup is really nice. They've got cigars that range in all kinds of different price tags and preference. Well, DDT, it's about time that you smoke a cigar. You don't have to. You don't have to specifically wait. Howdy, picking and piping. I still love that green color. In case any of y'all are wondering, Matthew, picking and piping, when he first created his little logo, it was white and black. And I did a little step-by-step instructional on how to do some real quick, easy stuff. And he chose a green color for the background, but I see that green color and it pow, it stands out a lot. Howdy, Scott. Great to have you in today. And this is where I would worry about having the tailgate type of a forum where if I had a couple of thousand subs or whatever, it would be like 30 minutes worth of just saying howdy, and then I'd already be having to say goodbye to try and list them all out. Oh, yeah, Prensado Lost Art. Yeah, the Mundo 5 is not bad, but the Prensado Lost Art is. Yeah. You're going to be damn near destroyed by the Prensado Lost Art. It's really that good. Hopefully you got it in the Toro. I thought the Toro had better flavor and consistency. I have had all the other possibilities of sizes and shapes, but the Toro in that one just happened to be, well, it was just really good. There's nothing wrong with a Medico, Steph. Look, I've got 2 pipes sitting out right now. Okay, they needed a little bit of cleaning and use of some wood glue, but yes, I do glue the pieces back in there when they start getting loose. Because I ain't gonna buy a $5 pipe and smoke it for a month and quit. I'm gonna buy a $5 pipe and try to turn it as black as Chad can. Yeah, the Lost Art is extremely good. I was shocked at how good it was. And then I was really shocked at how low it rated in the magazines. But then I talked with the guys at Alec Bradley, and they informed me the exact reason why they didn't feel like putting the money towards having them say it was as good as it is. Now, Dunhill cigars, some of them are fantastic and some of them are just weak. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the flavors that Dunhill can impart, but on the really weak ones, I'm a little less than thrilled at the price tag to leave me wanting to smoke another one immediately because the first one was no way, shape, or form strong enough. But in the Dunhills, the Yamasa and the It's been a while since I smoked one. It's like their Winston Churchill Dark Reserve, which was aged in Scotch casks, and it's premium. Of course, you pay a premium price for Dunhill. Well, Steph, you know you could be in the mood later to have Eileen's dream, so save that Melina for when you are in the mood. DDT, I think everybody probably has a favorite pipe. Oh, grilled pork tenderloin, mashed taters, black eyed peas, corn on the cob, and sauteed yellow squash and onions. Ugh. Willie, you be careful out there and don't catch shit on fire. Ah, yes, the 1,000 Days cigar. Yes, Mil Diaz. Uh, is that's pretty good? Yes. Oh, howdy, newly. Well, imprisoned man. No, not imprisoned. Happily married. That's right. Howdy, happily married aromatics. How are you and Miss Kitty? And yes, you're right. It's not Dunhill cigars. It's the Davidoff cigars, and it's the Winston Churchill Select Reserve. That's what I was trying to think of. In the Davidoffs. Actually, Dunhill cigars, really, we didn't get very many here in the States, but we did get their cloves cigarettes for a while, which I tried once and no, not really. No. Cliff, the only question you ever should ask about lighting a cigar. This is the only question. Am I lighting it for myself or am I lighting it for somebody else? As long as you are lighting it for yourself, as long as it's lit and you're enjoying it, then it was not wrong. Anybody who wants to tell me different? I live in Houston. Come visit me. It's now August. We'll sit outside and smoke a cigar while you wish that you hadn't. Now, Mike, that's almost a good question there, brother, but I have a La Aurora Perfecto that comes in a tube. And the ruby, for whatever reason, will always tar up on me. And the one thing I will tell everybody about that cigar is I'll cut it in half. And I will smoke half of it the wrong way, and I will smoke the other half the right way. And I will enjoy both halves. But there is a traditional right and wrong way to smoke a cigar. But if you're okay with lighting from the cap end and smoking it back to the foot, then there's not really a question, because it is your cigar and you can buy it and you can smoke it any way you want to. I would suggest lighting the foot and smoking back to the cap, also sometimes called the head. Yes, the Maduro Preferido. I guess maybe I'll get different names. It's a Solomon. It's very small, but it's called a perfecto. The roll, the shape of the roll is called a perfecto. It is the hardest cigar to roll, and therefore it is only rolled by the masters. Now you're wondering why such a short cigar would be a $20 cigar. And then you smoke one. And, well, not too many people have ever complained about the La Aurora Perfectos or the Preferidos. Now they come in the jewel colors. There's a sapphire, a diamond, an emerald, a well, the ruby I mentioned. There's a platinum and a gold. And if you get the whole set of them, I'm going to warn you now, be very careful about which ones you light first and which way you smoke those. Would a cigar unravel smoked backwards? Actually, Jeff, no, a cigar should not unravel if smoked backwards, if it is rolled correctly. But the chances of it unraveling greatly increase. Later Mike, also known as Monclaude Gansdam. I really like that name. Yeah, I know, it's supposed to be like John Claude Van Damme, but just different. It's all good. Howdy, Yard. How's it going, sir? By the way, we're just hanging out and having a good time here. And I figured we're getting pretty close to a certain event. Well, that didn't work too well at all. Bowl call! What are you smoking? What are you smoking it in? Or anything else you just feel like throwing up in there. I mean, why not? I see Sharon. Sharon, there's Sharon. Howdy, Sharon. Great to see you today. Now, of course, I'm smoking the Alec Bradley Black Market Robusto. Mostly because it's hot and humid. Old Joe in a Blakemar Rhodesian. Very nice. Sharon, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Appreciate that. How are you doing? Hopefully as well as I am. I do tend to smoke more cigars during the summer because as it gets hotter and more humid, I can't seem to keep a pipe from gurgling. And well, it just does what it is. Blondie reminds you of spaghetti westerns. Is that because you put it in your mouth and you put that because you know how it's going to taste and you just kind of go, yeah, I'm right there with you. Black Market is a classic, or at least for me it's a classic. Though you got to remember, the Black Market's only been around since 2012. Carter Hall and Medico, very nice. Savinelli, the Blonde de Oro in a Brian Cantz Billiard. I'm gonna have to look that up, but sounds good to me. Paul's working early. Okay, no big deal. Kentucky Club Aromatic and a Cobb Bulldog Straight. Very nice, Todd. Kalnitz. He's a local pipe maker. Okay. Not a problem. There's really zero problems, in my opinion, with being able to support people who are local to you. You know, maybe they get kind of famous. Maybe you've got one of the first couple of hundred that he's ever made. Be a heck of a good thing to keep a hold of. Rossi Vittoria with some Old Gowrie. I haven't smoked Old Gowrie in a while. I got a little pinch of it one time. I should have gotten more when I got it though. Stockton in a Legend Cobb. I do like the Legend. Yeah, Steve, that's exactly the way Houston gets in the month of August. If you try to go smoking a pipe in August, outside anyways, you light the damn thing in the morning and you finish it sometime in the evening and you let it try to dry out somewhere in between because it just gets soggy. Come on, there were a lot of great Eastwood quotes and movies. Sure, he was the big star in most of those spaghetti westerns. Called spaghetti westerns because they were filmed in Italy. For anybody who didn't know. Mostly because countryside in Italy was looking for ways to make money. Hollywood producers would come in and dump money into a little area and film the hell out of it and ride horses across it back and forth, and then they'd go home. Cliff, I would believe that, sir. Yeah. Anything south of I-20 tends to be hot. That's not to say that you have to be south of I-20 to be hot. If I remember right, Cliff is north of I-20, and so is Steve and Kathy. But and every place has got its own weird things. Yes, the ZZ Top shirt, it is okay to say that. I am kind of wearing this in a little impromptu tribute. I did meet the guys one time. Well, Cliff, Tombstone is a classic. It's really hard to beat Tombstone. And yes, I am sad to find that Dusty Hill is no longer a Houston resident. Uh, I don't know if the band ZZ Top will continue. Uh, though Dusty Hill's health was in decline in the last couple of years, so they've been using their setup tech a lot to fill in for him when he wasn't able to make it. Quick and the Dead was a good movie. Funny thing about Quick and the Dead, that is one of the few movies that Sam Raimi directed that you will not see an appearance of his Oldsmobile 88 or Bruce Campbell. Wyatt Earp wasn't a bad movie. Yes, Boris, that is correct. Some I can't even pronounce the first part of it, but Spain did have some very interesting countryside, and there were several of the movies where they made sure to catch some of the Spanish flamenco dancers. Uh, Doing some of the traditional folk dances from out in the countryside of Spain, not like the city dances and the fancy dances, but more like what you would see in a western. I don't think there's a single Louis L'Amour book that I haven't read, and most of them more than once. Actually, the car is not in the movie. I have looked on even the director's cut and have not been able to come across the car. Ow! Love it when it moves very fast. For a few noodles more. Yeah, sure, Glenn. Somebody said Glenn some Stonehaven. That way he has to pay taxes on something he doesn't even want. Them's fighting words, isn't it? But that's okay, because he'd probably send me Vegemite, which I find way too salty for my preference. I mean, you might as well just go get a brick of the pink Himalayan salt that you're supposed to grill stuff on, and just give that a good lick. Of course he would reject it, Cliff. But then the tobacco would be aged and well traveled. He'd put on their return to sender. Glenn, you actually sent Dingus Vegemite. James is going to be thrilled. Oh yeah, sure. Nothing wrong with a good lick of salt now and then. Though normally I would suggest that you also have lime and tequila to go with that salt. If you happen to be a guy and you are also really lucky, you've got a woman that's willing to let you, you know, lick the salt, so to speak. Just because, whatever. Now, Aussie chocolate's actually pretty good. Had some. Figure it comes from koala grease, but you know, can't guarantee that. Howdy Odie, how's it going, sir? Well, I think Aussie chocolate might be code for wombat bucks, but that's because they come out in little cubes. Which I think that's where Glenn gets his practice. Because, well, Drop Bear Woodworks, their motto is I make square shit round. And wombats, which are from Australia, they shit square. And he said he could turn shit that's square to round. Just makes sense to me. Yo, let's see. Most tech dad and back in a country gentleman. Ah, very nice. Really? Smells like vanilla. I'll take your word for it. Well, see that, Todd. Glenn will tell you, Vegemite is not peanut butter. It is the butter of the gods. Of course, my Australian accent is probably worse than Glenn's Texas accent. Don't blame me. I wasn't even actually born here. Oh God, now we're going to get into religious discussions about racist peanut butter cups. Y'all are crazy. Oh, Matthew. They make these little pouches of peanut butter and almond butter, and you can get them at most of the Walmarts. Now, with it being just a pouch, you can probably get one, drive 20 miles away, consume it, and then suck down a full strawberry shake or chocolate shake on the way home, and it should clear all of the peanut butter. Just remember, don't kiss your wife with that mouth. Old Forester Barrel Strength State Pick. Mitchell's Barrel Strength Rye and 2 Weller Green Special Reserves this week. Well, you go, you go. Cliff, don't get me wrong. I love king size cups too. Butterfinger's good, just not on a any kind of a field that involves a ball and some form of play. Then Butterfingers are not good. A half-pound Reese's peanut butter cup. Good Lord. I mean, look, there's a point where you just kind of have to back off and say that's going a bit far. What do? Cut it with a knife and split it up between 6 or 8 friends? Glenn, there are many things that are wrong with America. Surprisingly, our tax code does not seem to be one of them. Y'all remember to ask Glenn about the taxes he pays for a tin of tobacco, and then tell me how bad the taxes are in America. Go ahead. Oh, goodness gracious. A half-pound Reese's peanut butter cups are only available in Canada. Well, damn, you got to have something to do when the snow is past your eyeballs. I'm right there with you, Cliff. Right there with you. Yes, but how does Reese eat peanut butter? With her spoon. Sharon, not everybody likes peanut butter. There's many people who are deathly allergic to peanut butter. I am okay with it either way. Oh yeah, Steve. Now that's always fun. I'm good with Toblerone, or I'm not sure how to say that, but yeah, there's many people who just cannot have peanut butter. Heck, there's people that can't have wheat gluten. The average slice of bread will put them in the hospital. And then there's people who hate barbecue. I mean, they're all vegans, but it's probably one of the reasons why I don't get along with many vegans. That's not to say I blame them for being wrong. I just denote the fact that I don't invite them over to any kind of food at all. But if they want to sit out here and consume vegetables, brown leafy vegetables, I am willing to sit down and talk with them. pound Snickers. I can feel my diabetes acting up now, and I don't even have it. Wait a second. Odie is saying peanut butter cups are #1 candy bar in the world? Okay. I could agree with that. Sharon, I've got a mild allergy to tomatoes and strawberries. Luckily, it's a really mild allergy because I do like strawberries, especially in a milkshake. I love strawberry milkshakes. Don't let me pass a Sonic without me pulling in, because I'm going to go spend some money. I'm going to get this tank of strawberry milkshake with this super thin straw that makes the draw on a corn cob look like it's huge. And then I'm going to try and invert my head as I try to get those slurry of strawberry through that straw. It'll never happen. They always jack that up. They need to come out with those big old honking straws. You know the ones I'm talking about. I know y'all do. Don't lie to me. Glenn, at least on that portion we can probably agree. Half-pound Snickers. Just give me an insulin pump and let me go. Now, surprisingly, cocoa powder is explosive. Extremely explosive. You get the right amount of cocoa powder dust and oxygen and one little spark, and that stuff will make a bomb. Which is the reason why Hershey's, Pennsylvania uses the absolute most explosion-proof electrical fittings on the planet. Well, DDT, I'm not going to let you get me pregnant. I'll just stay mildly allergic to tomatoes. I'm okay with that. Though I'd be pretty rich if you got me pregnant. You know, guys being pregnant and all. Just thought. Oh God, Glenn probably is a fan of those stupid chocolate-covered Peeps. Can't stand those things. They taste stale. Chocolate-covered marshmallows. Ugh. Well, y'all just keep knocking your wives up. I mean, it's bound to happen sooner or later. Just remember, when you get into around 6 kids, you need to start a 6 kids and up group here on YouTube. I can be not accepted. I only had one, and well, he'll be making me a grandfather later this year, but no big deal. Oh, they had Adams and Beemans, and they had a whole bunch of gum way back in the day. You've never heard of Peeps? Right there, Glenn. Right there. You don't want to know what they are, Glenn. It's all right. You don't worry about not getting peeps. It's fine. It is not as if peeps are really going to ruin you by not having them. Australia is better off for not having them. Damn. I think Glenn just said Cliff needs to eat a big peep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure peeps are stale before they even get finished packaging. I mean, they used to be handmade by one of those religious cultures that doesn't believe in like anything modern. I'm not sure if it's the Mennonites or the what's the other one? Somebody's going to tell me. It just slipped. Amish. That's it. Amish. They used to be. And then somebody figured out how to make them by machine, and, well, now they're just... Ugh. Odie, I am not sure how they can still sell a gum or candy that is shaped like a cigarette. Yo, Mike is live. Okay, everybody. Hey, we're going to go hang out with Mike. I thought I still had 2 minutes, but I guess I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been so much fun hanging with y'all this evening. Thank y'all so much for coming in and enjoying the time. I have loved it. Especially all this talk about crazy stuff that's not specifically tobacco related. It just helps to be able to just talk like humans. It's great. So I appreciate it. And as per always, y'all remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Do the best you can with that. And as always, long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care, and I'll see you over on Mike's channel here in just a minute. Talk to y'all soon. Bye now.